Was it sapphires he needed though? But as a kid, everything just seemed brilliant. Nowadays, it's just... Yay, I've got the key. So you want it now. So if I save and go into you... I hate this bit. I hate this bit. I hate black screens. And if you go and watch Pulse, you'll see how much I hate black screens and the reason why I hate black screens. And why won't you open? The big key is fixed in place and I still can't get in. Oh, it sucks. But those times, sometimes you just wish that game developers nowadays... Oh, I didn't want to talk, Angelica, I just wanted to transport back. Sometimes you just wish that game developers would focus on the gameplay and the story instead of graphics. It's like my favourite series of all times is Final Fantasy. But ever since 10, it's went steadily downhill. 13 was complete and utter failure from my point of view. 12 was good, it was really something inventive, something different from the series. But it went straight over my head because of all the political sort of backstory to it. But of all times, the best game ever would have to be 7. That, even growing up, that game still seems so long with so much story and so much good gameplay. And the side quests, say you could play that game over and over again and it would still seem like there's something new every time for you to play. And I think I've completed 7 about 3 times now. I don't think I've ever fully completed all side quests though. So yeah, if you haven't played... God damn it, I'm just going to reload. If you haven't played any of those games... Oh, no, don't save. If you haven't played any of those games, I would say find an emulator site, or... I'm not endorsing pirating games. Emulators are for only whenever you own the games yourself, like I do. But if you don't, I'm sure I could get in touch with you and kind of let you know the story and things about it. Hint, hint, wink, wink. So yeah, get in touch with me if you want to know the backstory behind games like that. So, list of games that I probably will do a run through of. Jade Cocoon, definitely. I had that game, and in fact I still actually have the original PS1 copy beside me here. Moving out of the house, we went through the garage and we actually found some really old PS1 games, and I still have. And my dad, if I can get a hold of it next time I go over to Ireland, he still has my Super Nintendo, which is quite surprising. Hopefully he hasn't given it to anybody in the family, because I know what they're like. So, Super Nintendo games, what games did I have? I know I had Mario No, it wasn't Mario Brothers. It was one of them that had Yoshi in it. It wasn't the original one. Super Mario Island or something along those lines, I know that. I'll tell you a really funny story about that. Being a really young kid, I must have been about 4, 5, addicted to computer games. I'll pick that up. There was once a time where I was sat on my mother's bed in her room playing the Super Nintendo, but naked. Now, that's not the funny bit. The funny bit comes right about now, when suddenly she calls me for dinner, comes in, I stand up and realise I've shit on her bed. I was that addicted and enthralled with Super Mario that I hadn't realised I'd taken a crap on her bed. That still gets to me nowadays. Whenever you think back, it's like, Even though you were a kid, how the hell did you manage to take a crap on the bed you were still sat on and not realise? But hey, it happened. That was whenever we were actually living in the apartment. What else was there? Oh, it took me back out again. I don't know where I'm going now, actually. Into the obsidian place? Would that be it? Or would that take me somewhere else? We'll save just in case. Yeah, it takes me here. So, return to the menu. Another one was still in the apartment. There were some fun times in that apartment. I was feeling really sick one day, and I think I was actually watching something like Teletubbies or something on TV, just sat there in front of it. And then all of a sudden, I turned around and my mom went, "I don't feel too well, Mommy." At which point I decided to throw up all over the living room. Now, the way the apartment was actually worked out, from the living room you went into the hallway. From the hallway you went into the kitchen. From the kitchen you went into the utility room. Connected to the utility room, was also the bathroom, which, if you follow that floor plan, is right at the end of the house from the living room. Now, as I proceeded to throw up all over the carpet in the living room, oh, that failed. My mother then grabbed me by my arm, dragged me all the way through the house to the toilet, at which point I then stopped throwing up. So there is a massive trail of sick from the living room through the house to the end of the fucking other side. My mother was not too pleased with that. And still to this day, those are memories that stick with you, and even though they're embarrassing, you just think there's some fun times. How does stuff like that happen and still give you some sort of enjoyment? And I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's just fun to think back to those times, and you realise as a kid you always wanted to grow up and you always wanted to do all these new things, but your parents give you those opportunities to do the new things, and they always told you whenever you grow up you'll wish you were a kid again. And being 19 now, I really do understand what they mean. Say, I've got the opportunity to do things now, but I also have the pressure of uni and work and having to pay the bills and having to look after somebody else as well as yourself, even though they're doing that for you. Trying to keep in touch with old friends. There's a lot of things that you don't realise you'll have to put up with whenever you grow up. And I really would say enjoy, if you have the opportunity to enjoy your childhood while it lasts. Because you grew up way too quickly. Say, I've been with my partner now almost 6 years, and it still seems like yesterday that we first got together. Now, what one did I go into? I'm just going to go into there now. 6 years, it's practically nothing. See, I knew. I can hear something in the background. Woo, it's a hole! Oh, I'm somewhere new. I'm saving here just in case. But I can hear the TV in the background. No, I can't get any more help. Let's go down here and see what happens. Where am I? Oh! Fuck that. Return to main menu and load game. Because that sucked ass. So we want to go down this time and not step on you because you hurt me last time. Sneaky buggers. Is this actually taking me somewhere? Yeah, it is. I see you hiding underneath the umbrella. Don't think you can get away. Is that... I'll save here. That takes you to there, which is not where we want to go. We want to go... Oh, no. Return to main menu.